Leaders at Brunswick Landing are asking for millions of dollars in state funding to help clean up the toxic material left after that serious firefighting foam spill back in August.
Meanwhile, scientists are investigating what levels of PFAS chemicals are being released into waterways that then eventually flow into Casco Bay, then putting marine life and sensitive shellfish beds at risk of contamination. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee has more from Brunswick.
Scientists were well into the second year of gathering data on PFAS levels in Casco Bay when more than 1,400 gallons of firefighting foam accidentally discharged at the Brunswick Executive Airport. The foam, made with toxic forever chemicals known as PFAS, sparked an ongoing cleanup effort by state regulators.
Asked them if there were things that we should do, actions we should take to modify our study or to expand our monitoring efforts in light of this spill.
Friends of Casco Bay and Bigelow Laboratory for Ocean Sciences plan to take water samples near the former naval base and EPA Superfund site as part of their first comprehensive study when researchers sprang into action. Scientists are taking samples at 8 different sites, starting at Mare Creek, located just south of Hangar 4, where the foam was discharged. Fresh water from the creek travels around 8 miles into Harpswell Cove, a narrow waterway subject to tides ebb and flow.
It will take a while, that's our estimation, until any PFAS could be flushed out. So therefore, a long-term monitoring is really important.
Scientists plan to take soil samples at the different locations because the chemicals are known to bind to sediment. Critical data as parts of Harpswell Cove remain closed to shellfish harvesting. Also, the EPA recently released aquatic life water quality standards for 10 different PFAS chemicals to better inform regulators here in Maine and across the country.
The levels that we were seeing and DEP was recording are certainly above acute toxicity levels in these benchmarks. So is this concerning? Absolutely, it's concerning.
The data from these monitoring sites will be released to the public sometime next spring. Over the past year, scientists have analyzed 100 samples from 18 different sites along the watershed, which covers nearly 1,000 square miles. However, measuring the scope of the spill and its impact on marine life and shellfish areas could take months to even years. In Brunswick, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.
The 3-year federally funded study wraps up late next year. All of those findings will then be available on both the DEP and the EPA's websites.